In the 2009 IPC, we're going to review the floor drain requirements and also see whether the drain placed under the washer dryer meets the code, as shown in the illustration on the left. And we're also going to look into the new shower liner testing requirements. So again, we're going to go back to the eLibrary. We're going to start with search. And for the first research, we're going to enter simply floor drain into our search box. So let's go ahead and look at the results in the IPC with 15 matches. Now, since there are quite a few matches in various chapters and sections, I'm again going to click on the Show View All Matches on the right-hand side here, and I'm going to select the top result, section 412, Floor and Trench Drains. And here in section 412.2, Floor Drains, I read that ready access shall be provided to floor drains. This means that there should be no obstruction to the floor drain that needs to be accessed. So we should not have to remove or move any object in order to access the floor drain. And this is a change from the previous code because the 2006 IPC only required access to the floor drain. It did not require ready access. So if we go back to our illustration, we obviously cannot place the washer-dryer unit on top of the floor drain as shown. Now let's look into the new shower liner testing requirement. I'm going to go back to the eLibrary and enter into my search box the obvious shower test. And I'm again going to select the IPC with 9 matches. And again, instead of going through the chapters, I'm going to click View All 9 Matches here on the right-hand side. And I'm going to select the top result, section 417, Showers. And here, in section 417.5.2, Shower Lining, at the very end of it, I read that the completed liner shall be tested in accordance with section 312.9. So it's referring me to another section for the testing requirements of a completed liner. So let's click on that reference section. And here in 312.9, it describes the shower liner test requirement. And this is a new requirement. And it says basically that the shower shall be filled with potable water to a depth not less than 2 inches measured at the threshold. So we need to fill the shower with 2 inches measured from the threshold with water. And if there is no threshold, if it's an accessible shower pan and there is no threshold, then a temporary threshold needs to be constructed for the testing purposes. And then the water has to be retained for a test period of not less than 15 minutes to test for leakage. So this is a new requirement of the 2009 IPC. And last, we're going to look at the 2009 International Fire Code. We're going to look into the fire command size requirements and also look at what the owner's responsibilities are for fire doors. So let's go back to the eLibrary. And let's start by entering fire command into the search box. I'm going to select the International Fire Code with 13 matches. And again, click on View All Matches here on the right-hand side. And I'm again going to select the top match, the section 508 Fire Command Center. And here in section 508.1.3, I read that the Fire Command Center shall be a minimum of 200 square feet in area with a minimum dimension of 10 feet. Now this is more than double the 96 square feet minimum area required in the previous 2006 International Fire Code. So there's a big difference from the previous edition now requiring 200 square feet minimum dimension. For the last analysis, we're going to look at the fire door maintenance and inspection requirements. And as always, I'm going to go to the eLibrary. I'm again going to simply use our search function, and I'm going to enter fire door into my search box. I see 12 matches in the fire code. To be able to narrow this a little bit further, I'm going to enter another keyword into my search box. I'm going to enter maintenance outside the code. And now that I've lowered the matches to 7, I'm going to click on the International Fire Code. And I'm again going to select View All Matches and select the top results, Section 703, Fire Resistance Rated Construction. And here in Section 703.2, Opening Protectives, I read opening protectives shall be maintained in accordance with NFPA 80. Now there is no change in this wording from the previous edition. Where the change is in the referenced standard. So again, it's referencing me to NFPA 80. But there is no additional information here. So let's go back to the table of contents and try to see what the referenced edition of the NFPA is. So I'm going to go to Chapter 47, Reference Standards. I'm going to scroll down to the NFPA. And here I see that the 2007 edition of NFPA 80 is being referenced in the 2009 IFC. Now this might not seem a significant change from the previous 99 edition reference, but this is actually a very important change, and I'm going to show you why. So let's go back to the eLibrary and find NFPA 80 2007. I'm going to click on NFPA to filter the list to NFPA standards only. And here in my list I see NFPA 80 2007 edition with 6 matches. So I'm going to click on that. Our search is still active. And I'm going to go to Chapter 5, Care and Maintenance with 2 results. And here in 3 sections I see an inspection section 5.2, since we're looking at the inspection requirements. And here in section 5.2.1, I read that the fire door assemblies shall be inspected and tested not less than annually, and a written record of the inspection shall be signed and kept for inspection by the authority of having jurisdiction. Now this is a new and important requirement of NFPA 80 2007. So through a reference standard, the new IFC is requiring the inspection and testing of all fire doors in the building annually. This shows how changes in even the referenced editions can heavily impact the code requirements. So now that we've completed 8 code reviews, I hope you were able to see how easy and fast we were able to conduct them. So this marks the end of today's webinar. I'd like to thank all of you for your time. We will be sending everyone an email asking for feedback. And also, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me directly. Thank you and have a great day.